All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're breaking down a real game changer in the business world, influencer marketing. We're going to look at what it is, how it actually works, and why, honestly, it's become something you just can't ignore. So let me ask you something. Think about the last time you were scrolling online. How many banner ads or sponsored posts did you just fly right past without even noticing? We all do it, right? It's like we've developed this ad blindness. But what's really going on there?
And boom, that's the heart of it right there. See, the old model of a brand just shouting its message at you from a billboard? It's broken. It doesn't work anymore. Today, the real currency is trust. And that trust comes from people, from authentic voices we already follow and believe in. That single shift changes everything.
So let's call this what it is. This isn't just about bad advertising. It's a much bigger issue. You could call it the modern trust problem. And this problem is exactly why the old playbook is failing so badly.
And this is the solution. Instead of just buying ad space, brands are partnering up with people who've already built that crucial human connection with an audience. It's about leveraging that pre-existing trust to influence decisions, not just shoving a product in someone's face. So, what's the magic formula? What makes it work? It really boils down to these three things. First, authority. They're seen as a go-to expert in their niche. Second, knowledge. The stuff they create is actually valuable and credible. And third, the big one, trust. They have a genuine, deep connection with their followers. Get those three together, and that's when you have real influence. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, all right, I get it, I'm sold. But hold on, because not all influencers are created equal. It's like picking a player for your team. You have to choose the right partner for the job, and they come in a few different sizes.
We can basically break them down into 4 main tiers based on their follower count, and each tier has its own unique superpower. Let's start at the very top. First up, the big guns, mega influencers. These are your celebrities, your household names with over 1 million followers. Their superpower? Massive, massive reach. If you just want a ton of eyeballs on your brand, this is where you go. The catch? It's going to cost you, and that personal engagement is usually pretty low.
Next, we've got macro influencers. Think of them as established creators, often experts in a specific field like fitness, tech, or cooking. They offer a fantastic middle ground, balancing that broad reach with some real credible authority.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Micro-influencers. These are creators with incredibly engaged and loyal audiences in a specific niche. Because they're so much more relatable, their followers feel a strong personal connection. They've built a tight-knit community that truly listens.
And finally, we have the nano-influencers. These are your everyday people, your hyper-local experts. Their follower count might look small, but their recommendation is powerful because it feels like it's coming from a friend. This is where you find the absolute highest levels of trust and often the best engagement.
So, here's the crucial takeaway from all this. Bigger isn't always better. It's so tempting to get dazzled by those huge follower numbers, but very often those smaller, more focused influencers deliver a much better return on investment. Why? Well, their communities are just more active, and their authenticity drives much higher quality engagement.
Now that we know who the players are, let's talk strategy. How do you actually run one of these campaigns? This is the new playbook.
First things first, you have to pick the right platform. You've got to meet your audience where they already are. For visual brands, think lifestyle, fashion, food, Instagram, and TikTok are perfect. For deep dives like in-depth reviews or tutorials, YouTube and Facebook are king. And for anything business to business, the professional world of LinkedIn and X is where you need to be. Once you know your platform, the process is pretty straightforward. 1. Find an influencer whose values and vibe actually align with your brand. 2. Decide what success looks like. Is it clicks? Is it sales? You gotta know. 3. Collaborate with them to co-create content that feels authentic. 4. Launch it. And 5, and this is key, track your performance against those goals.
Following the playbook is one thing, but avoiding the common mistakes is just as important. So let's look at what separates a winning campaign from a total flop.
Let's talk about a few of the classic pitfalls. The biggest one? Choosing an influencer based only on their follower count, without even looking at their engagement rate. A huge audience that doesn't care is useless. Another mistake is launching a campaign with fuzzy goals, or worse, not tracking the results at all. If you don't measure it, you'll never know if your investment actually paid off.
So, let's bring it all together. What are the concrete, measurable benefits that make businesses turn to this strategy again and again? Here are the 4 big ones. First, you get to borrow the trust that an influencer has already spent years building.
Second, you get instant access to thousands of relevant potential customers. Third, the audience is already pre-sorted by interest, which gives you incredible targeting. And finally, all of this leads to higher engagement and, ultimately, more sales.
And when we talk about return on investment, or ROI, influencer marketing consistently outperforms traditional ads. Why? Because that trust-based content just generates way higher engagement, which drives better conversions, and it's often at a lower cost than traditional ad buys.
And to prove that strong ROI, you need to track the right things. You got to keep an eye on the engagement rate, likes, comments, shares. Look at the total reach. How many people are actually clicking through to your site? And of course, the most important one, how many of those clicks are turning into actual sales or signups?
So if you remember one thing, let it be this simple comparison. Traditional advertising pushes a message from a corporation. Influencer marketing starts a conversation through a person. It's a fundamental shift from promotion to genuine recommendation.
So let's just recap the flow real quick. It all starts with building trust through authentic voices. That trust earns you visibility with the right audience. Authentic content then drives real engagement, which ultimately leads to sales by converting those followers into loyal customers.
And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As this whole landscape keeps changing, the line between a genuine recommendation and a paid ad gets blurrier and blurrier. It makes you ask a really crucial question. In a world where recommendations are the new currency, who gets to decide what's truly authentic?